Newcastle 2, Southampton 1. Danny Ings scoring the first goal. Jonjo Shelvey equalizing in the 68th minute. Fernandez scoring the winner late in the 87th. Come from behind victory for Newcastle, who has been in a good form as of late, picking up a win in their last game against Sheffield United, picking up a 2-2 draw against Man City, and now a win. So that's 7 points in their last 3 matches. That's big. That's big by Steve Bruce and his boys there. Huge 7 points in the context of, surviving this season. Newcastle did not start too well at all. Southampton, another loss after a decent run of form in their last 4 games. They picked up a win against Norwich, a win against Watford, a draw against Arsenal, and now, after having gone ahead, they drop points. So that's not a good look. But Hassan Hutel should still be safe. His job should still be safe, I think. We don't know. We never know, man. Premier League managers are getting sacked left, right, and center this season. So with that win, Newcastle go up to 10th, 22 points. Good stuff. Only 18 points needed. And they survive this, they survive. And that's the key here for Newcastle. Survival. As for Southampton, 18th, 15 points. They need 25 more points to ensure their survival. They have been struggling for the last 2 seasons to stay up. So would this be the year they go down, or could they just barely make it? I have a feeling there might be a sacking this season for Southampton. Or maybe 2. Let's just wait and see, though. Let's just wait and see. But congrats to the Toon Army, Mondashian Monster and company on that big win. Big win. So in the next game that we played just now, Sheffield United coming back from behind to defeat Norwich City 2-1. The Blades, Men of Steel, are on fire this season. Big win. Alexander Tete opened the scoring for Norwich in the 27th minute. Then Ender Stevens scored the equalizer in the 49th. And George Baldock scored the winner in the 52nd minute. I bet you guys don't know these players of Sheffield United. They're so vague. They're really vague. We don't know these players like that. Who's Ender Stevens? Who is George Baldock? I know them, but it's not names that you could remember easily. But big win for Sheffield, another road win. They have been doing a magnificent job on the road. They have been magnifique on the road this season. And they are 22 points in 8th position this season so far. Good stuff. Sheffield is staying up. I don't know about Norwich, but Sheffield United are staying up. Norwich, 16 games, 11 points, 19th. I have a feeling Norwich is going down, guys. Norwich is going down. The next fixture is against Leicester City. Then they play Wolves. Then they play Villa. Villa looks a decent team. They just haven't been clinical enough. Then they play Tottenham. Then they play Palace. United. Bournemouth. Tottenham again. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Norwich at all. But you know who Norwich defeated this season? Manchester City. Can't believe we lost to Norwich. But anyways, let's continue. Let us continue. So big win for Sheffield United. In the other matches coming up today, Brighton will play Wolves. And then we will see West Ham taking on Arsenal tomorrow. I might catch the Brighton Wolves game. Might just catch that one. Starts in 15 minutes. The big game. Match of the day. Featured match. Aston Villa 1, Leicester City 4. Watch this game. Took down some notes here. And should have been a closer contest. But Leicester City definitely deserves this victory, though. They have been playing magnificent, magnifique football this season. Big win. They're currently second, 38 points, 6 points ahead of Manchester City. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, huit. Six. I can't count in French, but they're 6 points ahead of us. I did not like French in secondary school. I didn't like it. 6 points ahead of us. It's all about Leicester and Liverpool. It's a Leicester City-Liverpool show. They're 8 points behind Liverpool. And when you look at that thing on Google that shows the last 5 games played, Leicester and Liverpool has all green ticks. All green ticks. Leicester actually has won their last 9 games, I think, too, guys. I'll read the insight for you just now, but Leicester has been on fire this season. They have simply been magnificent. They have been magnificent. Jamie Vardy opened the scoring in the 20th minute, but before that, El Ghazi did get a brilliant chance to score, and he wrapped back too much and he hit the crossbar. Should have scored that. Should have scored. But that goal by Jamie Vardy, set up by Kelechi Iheanacho, the hero from the last game against Everton. Jamie Vardy fluffed it after Konsa and Heaton collided a bit, gathered himself, and he put it in the back of the net. And at that time, it was like he had scored his 8th Premier League goal in a row. Remember, Jamie Vardy, well, he has scored in his 8th Premier League fixture, consecutive fixture. Remember, Vardy has the record for scoring in 11 straight matches back in 2015-16 when they won the title. Leicester has been doing better than when they won the title. But the only thing is, Liverpool have been great too, so it's hard. But Tyrone Mings, man, Tyrone Mings should have been off the field before that goal scored. But Engels, the substitute who was coming on for him, wasn't ready, and Mings couldn't chase down Vardy, which resulted in him running in behind and scoring that goal. When Engels came on, he showed a difference. Put in a few big blocks, and he, prevented Leicester from getting in behind on a few more occasions. But just before halftime, Kelechi Iheanacho did get his goal, brilliantly set up by James Maddison with that cross, a low cross, and putting off the knee of Iheanacho, who has scored 2 goals in 2 games after seemingly being in the wilderness. He was somewhere out in the Sahara. He's African, so he traveled up north, and he was somewhere out in the Sahara, in the wilderness, can't find himself. He's a former Man City player too, so he must be happy. Pep Guardiola, I think, should have given him more of a chance at City, but discarded him, and he never really caught fire again until now. These are probably some signs that Leicester are going to win the league or even come in second. But one thing I know for sure, Leicester will be in the Champions League next season. For sure, for sure. Brendan Rodgers and Leicester are going to be in the Champions League this next season. The team is too good. The team is too good. Jack Grealish did pull one back for Aston Villa before the halftime whistle. It was 2-1, but coming back for the second half, Leicester completely dominated that. Aston Villa had to commit numbers forward. They conceded a third. James Maddison corner headed in brilliantly. Top bins header from Johnny Evans there. So Janchu could have scored as well. Smashed the ball straight into the face of Heaton. But that was just after Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy had scored his second to score 9 in 8 games. 16 Premier League goals this season. 5 ahead of the next person, who I think is Tammy Abraham. Simply ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Guys, could you say ridiculous out loud wherever you're at right now? Because Leicester City have been ridiculous. 4-1. They got in behind on a few more occasions before the game ended, but they were foiled by Heaton. Who saved Aston Villa from further embarrassment? What a performance from Leicester City, man. 23 shots at goal, 8 on target, 60% possession. Aston Villa, 15 shots at goal, 2 on target, 40% possession. They weren't good enough. Simply weren't good enough. Villa are currently just outside the relegation zone on the same number of points as Southampton. Villa, you're playing with hot water. You're playing with fire. But Leicester, man, Leicester made a video this morning talking about the L's. It's all about Liverpool and Leicester and the L's that all the other Premier League teams are taking, including especially Manchester City, my team. But this Leicester team is good. Chilwell and Pereira were awesome today, especially Pereira. Such a hard-working player, man. You have to commend the Leicester City, the board. You have to commend the scouts. You have to commend Brendan Rodgers, because you're bringing in these players. And the other teams did not go and get these players. They didn't go for Madison, who used to play for Norwich. They didn't go for Pratt, who was somewhere in Sampdoria, rotten. Yuri Telemans bouncing all over the place from Anderlecht to Monaco. Ndidi replaced Kante very well. Vardy, who's been with the team for quite a while, used to play Sunday League a few years ago. And Iheanacho from City. And then when you check the bench, there's Justin, young fullback, who came on. Morgan is there collecting his pension still. Demari Gray, Al Brighton, Ward, Harvey Barnes, who needs to be a bit more clinical, Ayoze Perez. Not to mention Christian Fuchs, who I think is out injured right now, and Kasper Schmeichel. One must not forget Kasper Schmeichel, Soyuncu, Johnny Evans. This is one hell of a team. This is one hell of a team. Aston Villa was simply outplayed. They didn't play too bad, but Leicester City is just on another level. It's about levels. And Leicester is on another tier. Top tier team this season. Top tier team this season. But guys, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this fixture. Don't want to stay too much longer, but let me just read you out some insights. Leicester have won their last 8 Premier League games in a row. Their best ever winning run in their top flight history. Make note of that. Aston Villa suffered the heaviest home defeat since losing 4-0 to Chelsea in April 2016. Leicester striker Jamie Vardy became the first player to score in 8 consecutive Premier League appearances since Vardy himself did so back in November of 2015, 11 in a row. This is some ridiculous stuff. Jamie Vardy, I rip up the blood clot league. I'm telling you. Huh. And if for those of you guys out there who thinks I'm like copying maybe Troops or one of them when I say blood clot and thing, I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's how we speak. But I'll leave it right there. I'll leave it right there. But for Leicester City, the next fixtures, they play Norwich, then the League Cup quarterfinal against Everton, then they play Man City, then they play Liverpool. These are 2 big games coming up. Leicester against City and Liverpool. Oh, man. Oh, they could close the gap if they win both games. I'm not worried about Norwich game, but they could, close the gap if they win both games. But, guys, I'm going on way too long. Thanks for watching the video. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts down below. Where you think Leicester would finish at the end of the season. Don't forget to visit cardsplug.com/Dominic Rich FC. The link would be in the description box down below. Just go visit the site. Check it out. If you're interested in getting anything, use the coupon code Dominic Rich FC to get yourself 15% off. Guys, thanks for watching the video. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. When I say next time, I mean later.